So in my last video we discussed the difference between Hong Kong, Singapore and London. Today I'm bringing you to City Gallery, where they have this huge exhibition on the development of Hong Kong. So I've heard it's really fun, very interactive, and basically it's kind of like a museum of the history of Hong Kong. So it shows you the development of Hong Kong before to now, using lots of fun activities, using VR. So I can't wait to see what they've actually got going on. Let's go and see it.
Yeah.
So today we are at the City Gallery and we're just learning more about Hong Kong, because actually living in a city, sometimes you don't know everything about that city. Last time we'd had a discussion comparing Hong Kong, London and Singapore, and just the kind of population issues and housing issues, the differences. So today I thought, why not learn a little bit more about Hong Kong, and City Gallery is the best place to do it. Wow, that's a huge difference.
This is huge! That's what she said.
So 88% of daily trips are actually used by public transport in Hong Kong, whereas London is still at only 35%. And public transport is actually the best for our environment. When the people are sitting in the bus, it's just one journey the bus is making, whereas if everyone drives individual cars, it's actually quite pollutant for the world. It's crazy to see how much Hong Kong's built up. And there's 7 million people in such a small space, so it's just amazing to see. Hong Kong is one of the most beautiful places in the world. Look at that sunset, that is just gorgeous. We're heading upstairs and it's like an old Hong Kong, so they've got like a lot of different signage, and I think this is one of the coolest escalators I've been on in recent years. And also they have the energy saving thing, so it was going dead slow until we got onto it, now we're on it, it speeds right up and takes us to the top. This is so cool. It's like a whole map of Hong Kong, and wherever you go you can see what they're doing. Hong Kong is such a fast-paced moving city, so coming here and actually seeing where Hong Kong's been and where Hong Kong's going is just such an exciting project for the whole of Hong Kong and for the whole world really, because once Hong Kong becomes a bigger place and more land, more people can come and join in on what fun you can find in Hong Kong. It's such a business centre, which is great, and I love this. No matter where you walk, you learn something new every minute. Because at the moment Hong Kong is very overcrowded and there's not enough housing. So coming up they will build this huge island and have so much more space for Hong Kong people to relax and just have more of an earthy feel. So I guess for me, coming from Scotland, the most important thing is green area. I love grass, I love trees, I love anything to do with kind of plant life. And this I think is so cool, building an environment with grass incorporated into it. So you still have this kind of free space for people to come and visit and to enjoy the green space. And sustainability is huge, because in this world we only have one planet, and without this planet we're all gone. Wow, 18 projects just in Lantau Island. $50 million they're putting into it. For me, Lantau Island is one of my favourite places in Hong Kong, because sometimes you get so absorbed in this city life and then you go to Lantau Island and it's just like, it's a freedom of mind. There's just green areas everywhere and it's beautiful. So my dad loves this kind of thing. It's floating solar, so you don't need the land and you don't need to put it on buildings. Hong Kong has so much water around it, so having floating solars on the water would provide energy that comes free from the sun, reduces the use of natural resources. So we're just talking about the new island will get built here. With this added area, it'll just be so much more free. They can house 700,000 people. So if 700,000 can then start to live here, that takes away from people living here, and that reduces the density, and it means that it'll be much more comfortable for people living. It'll mean that more young people can have affordable housing, they can maybe move out. Because in Hong Kong it's very, very common that people don't move out until they're 30, and sometimes even once they marry and have kids, they still live at home. So hopefully with this we'll give opportunity for young people to actually move out and start their own life by themselves without having to live with mum and dad all the time. I think this will be a great project for Hong Kong and a great project for young people especially. Let's go. It's like they're pouring rice out. Oh, okay, 1900, and then let's look at 1945. So before 1945 it didn't have any of this, and Kowloon is basically doubled, so this line is the normal line from before 1900s. Oh, Look at all that. So this has all been added, which is crazy. I didn't actually realise. Like when I was young, my dad always said, you know, Hong Kong's a small place, but we reclaim land, we're good at reclaiming land. My dad loves anything to do with the planet and anything to do with eco-friendly, and our coastlines are being eroded all over the world. Very soon Miami won't exist anymore. With global warming, with the tide rising, Miami's about to be underwater. So people are actually moving back from the coastline in Miami to get away from that land. But Hong Kong is doing the opposite. Hong Kong is like, okay, everything's rising, let's move into the sea. But actually seeing it for what it was to what it's now, like where I'm standing right now, this was sea 100 years ago. Isn't that insane? Crazy. This is so fun. So this game lets you try and build like what Hong Kong would look like. As a kid, I used to love Sims. So we're kind of building like what we think Hong Kong should be. I think it's just cool to see how Hong Kong has developed through all these years. Oh, you've got to have cows in Lantau Island. I think this is a great place for kids. It's so hands-on and so fun. A city is more than a place and space, it is a drama and time. We're here for only a short amount of time, but what we leave, our legacy. So for example, right now, they're building Lantau Island. In hundreds of years to come, that is just going to be a normal thing for us. So for my kids and my kids' kids, that is just going to be part of Hong Kong. Whereas now I look back at 1900s and I think, wow, that's crazy how much they've built. So no matter what we do in our generation, we're doing it to better the future generations coming. So today we came to City Hall and we've just walked around the whole place, and I think it was just fantastic to see where Hong Kong's been and where Hong Kong's going. I didn't realise how much more dense Hong Kong is and how many more people are now living here. So I think with the new Lantau Island being built, it will allow more affordable housing, it will allow more space for people to live. And with the new transportation links, it'll allow people to live where they can just travel in day to day. Because at the moment, most people who work in the city, they live in the city, and it's not a great living space because there's so many people and so many cars and so much pollutants. But actually being able to live on an island and have such great transportation links straight over to Hong Kong will be, I think it will be a huge change for so many people, and I think it will impact so many lives in such a great way. So that sums up today's video. Hope to see you all soon and have a good week. See you later.